Hey everyone, Daniel here from Team Kuribrohs, and this video is an introduction to Highlander. This is a format that we at the team really love, so we are going to be introducing it to you over the next few videos. So Highlander is a casual fan format where there is a special deck building restriction. The restriction being that you can only have one copy of any given card in your deck. Highlander is a reference to the film Highlander, which had the tagline, "There can only be one." So that is the source of the name. It can also be called Singleton. So that's the root of Highlander. By limiting your card choices to one card in a 40 card deck, it means that combos are less reliable and you need to find ways to supplement whatever engines you are playing. For example, cards like ABC Dragonbuster is much worse when you can only play one copy of each piece, so you can't rely on those boss monsters as consistently. Highlander is normally played as a two-player format, but due to the lower power level, it can be quite enjoyable as a multiplayer format for tag duels or for battle royales. As usual, Highlander decks must contain between 40 and 60 cards, or between 20 and 30 if you are playing Speed Duel Highlander, which is something that I will be touching on later. We are going to include in the description here a few examples of Highlander formats that we enjoy playing, so you can check them out and let us know what you think before we expand fully into them in later videos. So the formats that we're going to be focusing on in the near future are the Link Strike starter deck format, which is one that I'm personally very fond of. This is out of the box, you play it as is. It has excellent ability to help teach players about card advantage, how to effectively use their resources, because there isn't much pressure in this deck, which means you have games that are going on multiple turns. It's often a trap to climb into Link monsters. So if you're looking for something very simple to introduce a friend to what's great about Yu-Gi-Oh!, I really recommend this deck. After that, we have Squirrel format, which is a personal favorite and something that the UK guys have been working on since the new challengers came out all the way back in like 2015, I believe. So it's been about for ages. It's basically an update to GOAT format, replacing a lot of the unfair cards such as Delinquent Duo, and also of course every card is now only a one of. So it presents a lot of interesting ideas. You're able to track what cards your opponent has played and try and play around things because you know what cards your opponent has available, and that's a really interesting thing about playing sealed pre-constructed. Additionally, the cube that we play is a Highlander cube. This means there's no duplicates of cards in the cube, and again it means that you're able to practice card counting, which is a very valuable skill for playing card games in general. Obviously, it's more difficult when there are multiple copies of cards and people might not be playing multiple copies. But if you see a card go around in a draft, you can have a rough idea where somebody has taken it or how likely people are to have certain cards. And then finally, you can also play Highlander as a challenge for yourself at constructed events. Last season, Tom took Highlander Burning Abyss to the Plymouth LLDS and qualified with it. So it's an interesting challenge. You have to play suboptimal cards, but it can be really rewarding, and it's a great way to kind of try out cards which you normally wouldn't consider and see how viable they could be if you need to make replacements due to a Forbidden Unlimited list or card availability, etc. So that is a brief overview of Highlander. As I said, the lists for these decks are going to be down in the description of this video, and we highly recommend checking out Highlander if you're looking for something to do, as it is an excellent format and an excellent way to play the game. Finally, thank you so much to our patrons and our subscribers. You guys help make this happen. So if you like what we do, and particularly if you're interested in Highlander and want to see more, consider supporting us or subscribing, because it makes a world of difference. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will be back soon with more Highlander content.